At least 18 people, including the pilot and co pilot, were killed, and more than 100 others were injured when a passenger jet skidded off a hilltop runway after landing in heavy rain in the southern city of Kozhikode in Kerala. Some 127 people are being treated, and an investigation is going on to determine the cause of the crash. According to a report by Mint, before official rescue teams could reach the spot, local residents closest to the crash showed bravery and ran to lend a helping hand. They took the severely injured passengers to hospital in taxis and quickly arranged ambulances. Doctors say this was the reason so many lives were saved. The Air India Express flight was coming from Dubai to Kozhikode, which is also called Calicut, and it was repatriating Indians stranded overseas amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Ministry of Civil Aviation said in a statement that the plane was carrying 190 passengers and crew. Friday's crash is the worst passenger aircraft accident in the country since 2010, when an Air India Express flight, also from Dubai, overshot the runway and slid down a hill while landing in the southern Indian city of Mangalore, killing 158 people. The flight was one of the hundreds in recent months to bring home tens of thousands of Indians stranded abroad by the coronavirus pandemic, many of them in Gulf countries. Nearly 8 states in India are facing nature's fury. Major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Cochin, Trivandrum are cities for whom this is just another annual event. Mumbai seems to come at a halt after reports of extreme water clogging in the city make headlines after days of continuous rains. Mumbai has the legacy of 140-year-old sewage system built by the British. As the population rose, city planning was a matter of no concern. People began settling in the low-level areas in the city like Mahim, Bandra, Andheri, encroaching the drainage and sewer lines, making them narrower and restricted. PMC, the local regulatory body, did not pay attention to the growing illegal colonies, embankments, and settlements in Mumbai. The British era sewage system, not efficient enough, jammed by polybags and domestic wastes, don't have enough room to move and therefore changing their flow to clog roads and routes for hours, halt local trains, and even flood people's homes. Slow administration is the root cause of the problem. The new sewage system is still in work in progress from last 14 years and will be if the local authorities do not act before monsoons arrive each year. Not only Mumbai but other megacities must now take city planning and maintenance seriously and act quicker. A year ago, on 5th August 2019, the special status given to the state of Jammu and Kashmir was taken away with the revocation of Article 370, and the state was divided into two union territories, Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Due to this decision, for the first time after 70 years, all the 890 central laws and the Indian constitution became applicable in Kashmir. The Narendra Modi led government promised for a better future with a reduction in terrorism, bringing equality and integration among people after this master step. The center also assured that this decision would bring an economic boom and development to these regions. After the withdrawal of the special status, a tight curfew and shutdown were imposed, and roads were left blocked with coils of concertina wires. The place since then has faced a widespread loss of jobs and salary deferment. Kashmir's vital tourism industry collapsed. The limitation of the network to 2G has caused huge loss to solely internet reliant industries. Closure of schools and university since 5th August 2019 and without access to distance learning due to limited internet network has made it impossible for online classes to function, which has disrupted education. The media has been gagged, and according to a report by the New York Times, mental health workers say Kashmir is witnessing an alarming increase in instances of depression and anxiety due to these events. While most media and people across India celebrated the first anniversary of Article 370 abrogation, most mainstream media forgot to mention about the sufferings faced by Kashmiris during this time. A massive explosion rocked the Lebanese capital of Beirut on Tuesday evening, leaving at least 135 people dead and 1,000 others injured. The blast was being linked to a large supply of confiscated and potentially unsecured explosive material stored in a warehouse at the city's port, close to populated areas. As world leaders and international organizations step in to offer assistance, local officials are also launching an investigation into the blast. Authorities scrambled on Wednesday to treat wounded, search for survivors, and assess the full extent of the damage. There have been conflicting reports of what caused the blast. Initially, the explosion was blamed on a major fire at a warehouse for firecrackers near the port. But on Wednesday morning, Prime Minister Hassan Diab said that about 2,750 metric tons of ammonium nitrate, a highly explosive material, had been stored at the port for the past 6 years without preventive measures. Citing this incident, some important precautionary steps were taken by India in order to prevent explosion caused by such material. CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, has urgently directed customs and field formations to immediately verify and confirm within 48 hours that any hazardous and explosive material lying in warehouses and ports across the country meets all safety and fire standards and presents no danger to life and property.